I am magnificent.
Alright guys, so let's continue with the Vought Tower videos guide, battle guides. 187, 188 and 189 I'm gonna show you on this video. Okay, liquid tutorials to have critical, black weapon training, more critical hit chance, fleet to boost my dot damage, Hulk stance, debuff resistance, power generation for people are target out, power generation for people gonna tag, special one costs less with meditation, and special one has to be free with outward scout. So this battle is 187. So it's dark magic and it takes only one dark magic, only Netherrealm is gonna be safe. So using Netherrealm class, okay? The best way to beat this battle is using dots with Emiclev Scorpio. Also put Emiclev Liu Kang, so Scorpio gonna have the sneak attacks, okay? Because some people have some issues with the Assassin team. Let's check the gears of the enemies to see if they have something annoying. Scarlet doesn't have anything special, so is the better way to deal with this is using dots. They have tower gears, but they have a lot of health. It's good for the dots because more health they have, more damage from dots. Kitana also doesn't have anything special against you, so it's just tower boost pieces and Jade. So none of those characters have the Patriarch, so they don't have any debuff resistance. So this is good for us because we can just melt them with dots. So none of those characters have they don't have any debuff resistance. Okay, so I'm gonna put Tanya just for my Scorpio, apply fire on combiners, also for my Tremor. My Tremor gonna be taking damage from the modifier, but not a problem. So here I'm gonna use Blooded Fun to have Block Breaker. Here on special one. I'm using the Super Sweet. This gear is amazing, guys, because you gain 50 seconds of sneak attack, so enemies cannot dodge. If you have millions of coins to spare, I suggest to burn your coins on the equipment pack. Try to put this gear, at least a Fusion 3 on the equipment pack and use the Fusion ups to max the specials because this piece is amazing, guys, and gonna help you in every battle that they have evasions. And the Blue Voodoo Doll just for power generation. So just this. Okay? And on my Tremor, I'm using just basic gears, not special. I'm gonna just be tagging to him to bring, like just say Kitana or Jade, because both of her have tagging attack and do damage because of their tagging attack. And it's dangerous for me because I'm not using tower gears of this tower to boost my health. So any mistake can be game over. So I have the super sweet gear, so I don't need to worry about evasions no more. This gear is amazing, guys. Okay, let's use special. Oh no, no special. Okay, let's keep doing basic attacks. Combines to apply fire. Special one to apply bleed. Very nice. If some character escapes, I can bring it back with Tremor. I'm gonna bring her back with Tremor. Come back here, Scarlet. Special one, she evades, no problem. I'm gonna use the Cameo to finish her, so I can avoid any tagging attack like from Kitana or Jade. Okay. And there's a special one. Okay, I have sneak attack, so I don't need to worry about evasions no more. This gear is awesome, guys. In my opinion, this is the best thing about this new update. Okay, I'm gonna just be doing basic attacks while it does consume. Okay. I'm gonna bring her back with Tremor. Come back here, Jade. I'm gonna wait a little bit because I need to use this special on the timing of it so I can tag out to avoid the Kitana tagging attack. Okay, like this. Special one. Because if I use this special early, the cooldown timer to tag to Scorpio will not be available, and Kitana gonna be land her tagging attack on my Tremor and finish my Tremor and game over for me. So this is the reason I was waiting a little bit the Scorpion tagging cooldown. Special one. Tag to Tremor to stun her. And bye bye. So first way with Gold Team 187. Let's go now for my second account, second strategy. So here I'm gonna be using back dragon training to there's a blow to have special 2 damage. So this is for special 2s, conditioning and then champion. So also another strategies, guys, on this tower you can use a lot is Team Soak. Here, the problem of Team Soak is because both Rain and Raiden, they are not netherrealm characters, so they're gonna take damage from the modifier. The Dark Magic modifier removes 5% of your health every second. So I'm gonna put Quan Chi to revive my Rain and my Raiden if something goes wrong, okay? So this is why the Quan Chi here. Quan Chi is very useful for those situations, or it takes only one battle. So I'm gonna be using my Raiden, Prankster Banger to special 2 cost just one buff power, block breaker, invulnerability, make you over to have a critical, hit chance, shoot break. I may also use this gear. This gear is also amazing, guys. It's the Relics of Armageddon. It's from the Tower of Time. This gear, every time you tag, your first special attack is a sneak attack, so enemies can activate. So I can tag to Raiden, use a special 2, and back to Rain. So also using sneak attacks is amazing, guys, on evasions to avoid enemy evasions, okay? And on my Rain, I'm gonna be using again the super sweet gear to avoid the evasions of Assassin Team, okay? Bound Demon Power Generation, Rust and Salto special 2, cost some buff power, and have block break ability, okay? So this is just, I'm gonna be just soaking all of them. I'm gonna tag to Raiden to remove 40% of their health and use special 2. And my Quan Chi is just to, if something goes wrong, example, I do something wrong, I have 1 extra life and I not lose the battle. Okay, tag to Rain. I'm losing power because of the Scarlet Bleeds. Now I need to apply Team Soak to all of them. Okay, Team Soak, gonna tag to Raiden. Okay. Special 2 is a sneak attack because of the Relics of Armageddon. Is another amazing piece against evasions. Okay. Gonna use the cameo to defeat her. Because if Kitana attacks, she's gonna miss her tagging attack. Yes. Very nice. Back to Rain. Okay, Soak. Let's see if I try to apply Team Soak. So I can remove more health from Jade. Yes, Team Soak. Special 2. I have Dark Mantle just to give me vulnerability, okay? Just to avoid the... Yes. I was expecting that. Special 1, okay. I have Sneak Attack, so I don't need to worry about Jade evasions. And bye-bye. Team Soak for the win. Team Soak is also a great strategy, guys, for this tower. Of course, not in all scenarios because the patriotic, but in general, it's the best way. So here I could afflict on that mark technique to apply that mark to boost my dot damage. This is my 3rd account, by the way. Spec Epitatic is special 1 cost less, special 2 cost less, and special 1 have chance to be free. So here I'm gonna be using the best strategy is melting with the dots with the Mikalev Scorpion because it's much easier. And you not require much things. Just have a Scorpion right in and boom. I put Liu Kang because of the sneak attack, so they cannot evade. It's a risk playing with Fusion Zero Cutter, but this is the only thing that I have on my account, so it's the only way that I found out to beat this battle. So here, Burning Vein is Vial to have Bleed on combo ender. My Scorpion have a full fire dot setup. This guy gonna be unstoppable. And Milena is just to support the dots of my Scorpion in general, just to boost his dot damage. So this is the setup. My Scorpion not gonna take damage from the modifier, so I don't need to worry about his health decreases on this. Okay, sneak attacks, 5 fire dots, 6. Wow, this is insane. I believe is bye-bye for Scarlet, yes. Gonna tag it to avoid the MEP grenade because Jade have the grenade. And it is dangerous for me because if it hit my character, it's game over. Okay, gonna use the Kimio. I believe it's gonna be enough to finish her, yes. Kitana gonna meet her tag and attack, nice. Tag to Liu Kang, special 1. Combo ender, bleed because of the gear. Special 2 and is an act to defeat Kitana. Why did you did this to Kitana, Liu Kang? You don't love her? Okay, so 187 done. Let's go for the next battle. 188, okay? 188, Liquid Tutorial, Black Dragon Training, Cruel Affliction, to boost that damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, Hulk stance, debuff resistance a must. Special 1 costs less, special 1 costs 0. So it's Arctic Wind Power Surge. This battle is not the hard, but be careful because you need the buff resistance here because of the freeze of the Arctic Wind. Also the Power Surge, they gain power faster. So Sub-Zero have the first X, so 15 blockable chance. You have just to apply first bite on special 1 with this gear. You have the shield, so you're gonna decrease on blockable chance using multiple block break gears. You have EMP grenade and the buddy, but the only problem about this guy is the Patriot shield, because you're gonna reduce your unblockable and this guy have some buff resistance. The good thing is Sub-Zero is the starter character, so try to defeat him first, so this guy not gonna save Shang Tsung or Scarlet no more. This guy doesn't have anything special, but be careful with the EMP grenade because it can do a lot of damage to you. You don't have the shield, so both Scarlet and Shang Tsung doesn't have the shield, so that means no debuff resistance, that means melt them with dots. So I'm gonna put this thing on Tanya just to give my Scorpion fire on combo enders. So I need two block breakers because of Sub-Zero, Vial and the revolvers. Face mask debuff resistance because of the modifier. And I put Class Smoker because I need to be immune to freeze because of the modifier, how I said. The Arctic Wind. So my Scorpion gonna be immune to everything. Even the modifier because it's 100 debuff resistance. So I'm safe, I don't need to worry about the modifier. So I'm gonna defeat Sub-Zero first because so this guy not gonna save both Scarlet or Shang Tsung. Special 1. Let's apply some bleed dot to this guy. Okay, first bite back to him. Special 1 again. Most of those battles you can just use dots and that's it. Not all of them, how I said, guys, because they have some battles with the shield item modifier. I'm gonna finish this guy with the cameo because of the EMP grenade. Okay, but he was not Shang will tag the battle. Okay, it's okay. At least I have shield for some seconds. But Scarlet and Shang Tsung, they are not dangerous because they don't have nothing to be annoying like block break reduction with the shield. So they only have the Patrol shield which decrease some damage they take. But for dots, doesn't matter in the end because you're gonna melt them. They're gonna die sooner or later with the dots. Just using special 1 loop from Classic Scorpion. Okay, bye bye to Scarlet. EMP grenade, I'm gonna use a special 1 just to apply some fire dot this guy. I target out because of the EMP grenade. I'm gonna use the cameo. Okay. I got freeze by the modifier, no problem. He defeated my Tanya and got his health back, no problem. Tanya is just a support character. Don't have the buff resistance, only the staff mask, but she's just a support, so. Now let's finish this guy. Back to Scorpion so I can finish this guy off. Do some combo enders to apply fire dots. And do some basic attacks to melt this guy. Okay, special 1, more bleed, gonna use the cameo, just to freeze this guy. Let's wait the dot, consuming his out, and bye bye. So done with the first way. 188. Let's go now for the second day. Second day, I believe, is using Combat Cup Johnny. Yes, Black Dragon Training Tutorial. Yeah, it's for Johnny Cup. Because Johnny also can do most of those battles, not all of them, because there's some battles with gonna be harder to use the golds because golds only have 3 gear slots, so this might be a problem because sometimes you need to use 2 block breakers. So golds only have 3 gear slot. My suggestion for this is the Ascension 10, because for now we only have Ascension 5 for golds. And the Ascension 5 only unlocks Brutality. I think it's useless and sucks. To make it better, they should make the Ascension 10 unlocks the 4th gear slot for gold gears. Because if, let's just say, if a Classic Scorpion have a 4th gear slot, you're gonna be unstoppable. So here I'm gonna be using Shanka because it gives 30 debuff resistance, because my Johnny need to be immune to the freeze. So this is why I'm using Shanka, it's from the Vought Tower. Give you 30 freeze resistance, so it's amazing against Arctic Wind modifier, okay? So my suggestion for developers is this: my cast heavy body armor give debuff resistance 50, so my team is immune to freeze, except for the Jackie because I'm not using debuff resistance on her, except for the Shintaff Malice. So my suggestion to make this, because it doesn't make any sense you ascend a gold gear to Fusion 5 to do brutalities. Why in the world they're gonna be using brutality gear on gold characters? Doesn't make any sense. So to make it, like just say, worth, they should make the Ascension 10 in the future, because they're gonna release, I believe, be able to gold carry 4 gear slots. Gonna be amazing. Or if they can create a gear which you can carry two extra gears. Example, let's just say the name Collector's Bag. It allows you to carry 2 gears, so it increases your equipment slots in more too. Would be amazing. Because I believe if Johnny have a 4 gear slot, he's gonna be much more dangerous. Also classic scope, because on this tower, guys, the ball store is not working. So example, play with the gold is a nightmare, because you need to sacrifice 2 gear slot to use the 2 block breakers because of the patriot shield, which is a problem. So you don't have any other slot available to use, let's just say, tower gears to boost your damage, tower gears to boost your health. So this is a problem with using golds on this tower. Of course, in not of those battles, because some battles later I'll be only using diamonds, because there's no way to use a full gold team. Of course, we still can use the golds on some battles mixed with diamonds, because they have super useful passive. Example, combat Capsonia to red card, also Power Macedania with Clever Scope example. But in general, this tower is really hard. It's very hard, not gonna lie. It have a lot of battles which you, let's just say, you need to have some luck and skill to win these battles, because they're super annoying. There are a few battles with AI is on an extremely level of difficulty. Example, you saw my video of 181 on my main account. If you don't do it, just watch this. Emiko Milena, she used her special 2 on my Raiden while she was with Yunken and Cripple. There's no way for her to use special, because her special was blocked because of this. So this is one thing I want to say about this tower. In my opinion, this tower not worth the extras, because you're gonna lose battles, change things all the time. Just forget the heroes are bad, like the diamond pool is horrible from the battle 200. Also, the FPCs are so lame. Most of those effects are just for AI. So I don't think it's worth the claim ballot, unless you want to do like challenges. But in general, you're gonna waste. Let's just say the rewards doesn't match with the difficulty. So you have a high difficulty tower, but the rewards are horrible. This is what I want to say. I already did battle 200 on my main account. It's so annoying. It's not so annoying, but the problem of this tower is not the bosses itself, it's the hard battles. Like 197 is a nightmare, I believe 196. So this is what I want to say about this tower in my opinion. So let's go for my third account. Use Kalev Scope, let melt this guys with dots. So the best way to beat those battles is using dots, so I'm gonna be using my third account. I need to be careful with Sub-Zero because of the patriot shield, so this guy sometimes is not gonna be he gonna resist to my debuffs like my dots. Also, I need 2 block breakers on my scope because of Sub-Zero. So, but general is a easy battle. The 188. The Scarlet is just to apply bleed to all enemies. My scope is gonna be the main damage dealer with his dots, fire dot. I'm using 2 block breakers because of Sub-Zero. I also use the Garden Bell to apply fire on basic attacks, and Milena is to support my Scorpion to boost his dot damage. But let's go. Back to Scorpion, okay. Now let's melt those guys with dots. 2 fire dots and 1 bleed dot. Yeah, I believe it's an act to defeat by Sub-Zero. Back to Milena. Gonna finish Shank, okay. Now gonna finish Scarlet. Gonna use Dexter Ray from the Cameo. Okay. Back to Scorpio, special 1, and bye. Is faster and lethal. Let's go now for the 189. So 189, guys, you have Black Dog Training, Liquid Tutorial, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, Affliction to boost that damage, okay. This battle is a little bit, let's just say, hard because you don't have much options right here. Hulk stance, power generation for people who tag spec of tactics, power generation for tag the automation to special on cost less, and auto discount special on just to be free. So here guys, this battle is really hard. It's 189 regeneration article wind. Guys, the best way to beat this battle is using dots and incurability, because you can still use this on regular battles with have Jade. So beating this battle without incurability gonna might be a problem. Unless let's say you have high versatile gear to do damage. You can also use here, example, Combat Capsonia to apply red card to one of those gears, so the battle gonna be 3 against 2. So you have high chances to beat those guys. All the problem is all of them have the Patriot shield, so they can resist to your debuffs, example if you try to snare them. You cannot power drain them, so this is also another issue. So the best way, guys, on this battle is using dots and incurability, okay? Also, you need debuff resist because of the Arctic Wind. So here, example, Raiden have the Patriot shield, so he have 31 debuff resistance, also reduce unblockable. Be careful with buffs, guys. Don't use the shields or anything, because Raiden gonna remove from using the Emma, and he gonna apply to himself the debuffs that this guy removed from you. Use the Despair. So Raiden have the Patriot shield, gonna be a problem. Scorpion also have Fusion 0, so it's 30% debuff resistance. So sometimes the enemies are not gonna get affected by incurability. Okay, is a big problem for us. And Jade also have, so this is a big problem here on this battle, because they can resist to my incurability. So I'm gonna be using a Scorpion. My Scorpion have the Stalker to have Block Breaker. I need 2 Block Breakers because of the Patriot Shield, all of them have. I'm using the Matoka Snake Skin because it applies incurability on start of the battle and when enemy tags. But I need to be active in battle to trigger this gear. Also another thing, guys. I'm gonna be, if your enemy escape, I'm gonna bring that character back, and I have to apply 50 seconds more of incurability. You can also use like that gear from Noob, how's the name? Abyssal Right Shadow, something like that. It's the epic Noob piece of his friendship. It applies also incurability. You can get that gear playing the crypt. It's also great for this battle, okay? So this is the setup for my Scorpion, right? I'm using the Matoka because I also need the buff resistance. So here I'm using the buff resistance because of the modifier Arctic Wind, Rust chance auto have unblockable. I'm using the Director's Makeover because this gear at Fusion X, when you tag, you apply incurability to the enemy. So this is why I'm using this. I need incurability here, guys, because I'm gonna be using incurability and dots to beat this battle, okay? So this is the reason I'm using those gears. You need incurability here. And Tanya is just to support my Hans and my class Scorpion to apply fire on combiners. I may also use Staff Medicine to boost even more my debuff resistance, because I need high debuff resistance because of the Arctic Wind modifier, okay guys? So this is the... Another thing is, if you have a cameo with incurability, you can use it also here, okay? Because you can use the cameo to apply incurability to the enemy, and they use the dots to melt them. So this is what I'm gonna be using here, using golds. I believe this is the last battle, I don't remember, that I did with the gold team, because the next one is most impossible to do with golds. It's not impossible, but you can do using tower gear, but the problem is gonna take a lot of tries. Okay, apply incurability to the Raiden. If you raid tag out, guys, I'm gonna bring him back, and it have just to apply incurability because of my gear. But remember, okay, tag the Scorpion. Gonna finish Raiden. Bye bye Raiden. Special one. I need to tag to Hanzo to apply incurability on Jade, because my Hanzo have incurability on tag. Okay, incurability for Jade. Now gonna start and take dot damage. Special one, Shield Break. Shield Break is amazing because it also boosts dot damage. Amazing, special one again. Bye bye for Jade. Okay, so now on left Scorpion. The worst one was defeated. So we're gonna apply dots to this guy with class Scorpion. Very nice. Incurability. Now, let's just do special ones while the dot is consuming his health. Special one again. Nice. Back to Scorpion. I need to be faster because the incurability is almost expiring. Finish the cameo. Okay. Gonna apply X-ray. He's gonna start healing back again because no incurability active. Incurability is back, gonna use the cameo. Wow, this Patriot gear is so annoying. Special 2. And done! White Knight done with gold team. Wow, this was, let's just say, very, very hard. Okay, so let's go for the second way. The second way I'm gonna be using again dodge and incurability. So Black Dragon Training, Crawfish to boost my dodge damage. Critical hit chance, critical hit damage. Hulk stuns, debuff resistance. Spec up tactics because when I attack, you're gonna gain more power generation. Special 1 cost less. Special 2 cost less. And the special 2 have just to be free. So here I'm gonna be using again dodge and incurability. It's the best way to beat this battle, guys. There's not, of course, there's other ways, but it's gonna be hard a lot. So I'm gonna be using classic rain to apply dodge to these guys and incurability. So I'm gonna melt them with those things. This is the best strategy, guys, in my opinion, for those battles because of this. This battle is annoying, guys. So much annoying. Not gonna lie for you. This tower is very, very hard, guys. Even for a veteran like me, it have some hard battles. So I'm gonna use class smoke because of the Arctic Wind modifier. I need to make sure that my rain gonna be most like immune to every debuff like the Arctic Wind, the freeze, and frostbite. So my rain have the banger to special 2, cost just some buff power, block breaker, debuff resistance with the fast mask. I'm gonna use the fast mask because I have chance to apply bleed on special attacks, and I'm gonna be spread the bleed to enemies because when you apply a debuff to an enemy affected by soak, it has chance to spread to all enemies. So I'm gonna do team bleed, team fire, and also incurability with the crawl because I'm gonna stop the healing from the modifier. And turn is just to my rain apply fire on combo enders, so I'm gonna spread the fire to all of them. So I'm gonna use special 2 to apply soak, and started to do combo enders to spread the fire damage to all enemies. Also the bleed. Okay, tag to rain. Soak, very nice. So now I need just to apply one incurability to the enemy. Okay, incurability, very great. Only raid is not affected by incurability, no problem. There's the cameo. I need to apply incurability to Raiden. I also have just to apply incurability on combo ender thanks to the fast V mask, so I can spread out the incurability. Okay, incurability on Raiden. So all of them have incurability except for Scorpion, but I need to use another speed suit to try to apply incurability to him. Okay, soak, incurability on Scorpion. So all of them now gonna take, look the damage of the dots. Because how I said, guys, I'm spread out the dots to enemies because of rain passive. Special 2 again, incurability to all of them, very nice. How I mean, maybe ask me how I get health so fast because of the gear, the mask. When you apply bleed to the enemies, you vampire the bleed dot damage. Special 1. Another special 1. In bleed, very nice. I'm gonna get all my health back. Special 2. Okay, I believe all of them gonna die. Bye bye Raiden. Gonna block because of Scorpion tagging attack. Bye bye Scorpion. And bye bye for Jade. So we beat it. 189 on my second account.
I am magnificent.
Okay, 189 done again. Let's go now for my third account. I also want to try to beat this battle with my wiki diamonds. So Crow Affliction to boost the damage. The rest is just talents to save power, you know. So here gonna be using again the same strategy, but with, let's just say, with a different team. So I'm gonna be just applying incurability with rain to all of them, and they're gonna attack to Scorpion and melt them with dots. So this is my strategy. And if necessary, I can tag it back to rain, use another special 2 to apply another soak. Not soak, is incurability. Because I'm using the crawl gear. The crawl gear, you apply incurability to all enemies. It's from the Vought Tower. So this is my gear, Red Hammer, to start with more above power, so it's 2. I like to use Burning Vengeance, guys, because you're gonna apply fire to all of them, and then all of them have the Patriot Shield. So that means if I use a special attack and they all of them, the enemy team, they resist to my incurability or fire, I'm gonna gain power because this gear allow me to gain power. So I'm gonna add to my special cost just some buff power and the crowd of incurability. So this is the, I'm gonna spam specials. If I fail to apply incredible to all of them, I'm gonna gain power. So here I have 2 block breakers because of the shield. I also have the fast mask to apply bleed on special attacks. Also, I have just to apply incredibility on combo ender if necessary, okay? Just this to my Scorpion. And my Melina is just to support character to boost my dot damage. I put Staff Malice to give my TND buff resistance because of the Arctic Wind modifier. And Yushanka to give her freeze resistance and Dark Mental and Prunksy Banger. But she's most likely to support my Scorpion to boost his damage so he can melt the enemies much faster. Let's go! So here I gonna be spamming special 2s, try to apply incredibility to all of them. Special 2. I hope you're gonna I can apply incredibility to all of them. Okay, incredibility to all of them. So now let's back to Scorpion and keep melt those guys with the dots. Okay. Another incredibility on Raiden. Bye for back to Rain. I need to apply another incredibility because this one is gonna expire, so you're gonna start here. Okay. Incredibility only for Scorpion. Oh no, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna finish off Scorpion. Now I need to apply incredibility to Jade. She got our health back. Okay. I need to wait my Rain have to buzz of power so I can tag it to him to try to apply another incredibility. Or apply incredibility to combo ender with the mask because I'm using. Oh no. Please stop it. Okay, incredibility with the mask. I'm using the Wicked Sister fast mask. I just to apply incredibility on combo ender, I believe for 10 seconds. I'm gonna use the special 2. Try to apply another incredibility. Okay, another incredibility. Very nice. So now I'm gonna back to Scorpio to apply fire to her. Okay. Special 2. And we done! Was an heroic victory. I was so proud of me. Okay. So we beat also with the on my third account. I believe I'm not gonna be able to beat all those battles of this style with my third account because I don't have strong characters. And some battles are really hard and require some high fusion characters, okay? So guys, this is a battle 187, 188, and 189 using my accounts. I hope those guides help you on this tower, okay? Thanks so much guys for watching the video, and I'll see you next one. Goodbye!